and moved the energies through you, changed and shifted the emotional state of beings, which you are because you're a human. And we move through all these different emotions. And the more clear we are, the more emotional live wires we've taken and allowed them to become neutral, which I promise you is a possibility, as I have moved through it with so many betrayals that have happened in my own life. It's been epic, and it has allowed me to hold space for people in a way that is so rich, and I'm so grateful for. Today, we're going to tune into looking at this beautiful opportunity you have to tune more into the compassionate judge than the critical judge that lives inside your head. Let's be real. We all have her and him. Let's be real. And they, them, we got them. We got them. Like, we've got them alive inside of us. And there is this beautiful thing that's available to you to bring in more compassion to yourself. And I'm going to share some ideas about this. This really tunes into emotional intelligence, right? We all have this available to us. And I've heard people speak to themselves and tell me specifically that, like, I can't even see myself that way. And I hear you. I used to call myself stupid all the time, idiot. I've been very ugly to me. And there is this really powerful practice of alchemical change. When I speak of alchemy and alchemical processes, it's literally transforming one thing into another. You have that available to you. I call it royal alchemy. That's like the emotional change you can do in your body. And I'll give an example of this when it comes to thinking about that critical voice inside your head. One of the things you can start with is noticing when it happens. And I love to talk about this word noticing because it helps you tune into what's happening for you on a daily basis. And this is one thing meditation really supports us in noticing your thoughts. Meditation, one thing it does to serve you, to help you, to support you, is the noticing. Bringing awareness to things. And that awareness is this great first step to recognizing I'm criticizing myself. I'm speaking really ugly to myself. And so, like, this part 2 of this is checking out and remembering this really powerful thing that you get to do. You get to be a nurturing father and mother to yourself. The kind of father and mother you dream of. Maybe you grew up with that, and maybe you didn't. And it's still available to you to offer yourself. Because the more you do this for yourself, the more you can actually offer this outwards to others. It's a really beautiful process. The more you offer to yourself first, put your mask on for you first, then you can help other people in an emergency situation or whatever situation. So this helps you tune into that compassionate part of who you be. Everybody has it, no matter how narcissistic you think you are or empathetic, because I promise you, you've got both available in you, empathy and narcissism. This is how we can actually function as a human. Tuning into that part of the scale, right? To take care of myself, right? I gotta have some narcissistic tendencies. Not that I am a narcissist, right? Like, you can label people whatever, I get it. But that still lives inside of you. It serves you, it supports you, taking care of yourself, so that then you're ready to empathize with others at levels you could not have done if you didn't do it. That, I just listen to that. You can't bring empathy to people to the levels that you think you can if you haven't brought it to yourself first and been in the narcissism for a moment and taken care of yourself first. You can't be hero. You can't. You think you will, and I get it. But at layers and levels of all of this, it gets to happen by supporting yourself first and looking into you first. So another practice you can get into when it comes to the compassionate judge is tuning in and recognizing that what's available to you as well is the opportunity to be in the in the offering yourself forgiveness. Can you forgive yourself for things that you have done? Because that is another step into bringing compassion into your experience. And again, to levels and layers you've never offered anybody. You think you have, maybe, but it will be more deeply ingrained in this way. So noticing it, recognizing you get to be the parent, the mother and the father, and being able to provide yourself forgiveness, accepting forgiveness from others. But let's be real, it's got to start with you, because someone may have offered you forgiveness and you couldn't even receive it because you are still rejecting yourself. It's really fascinating tuning into, diving into these parts of who you be and bringing in more compassion, recognizing, again, another way to look at this compassion is recognizing, oh, yeah, I do have tendencies where I've got to take care of myself. That's very important to do. And if I don't do that first, I have really nothing to offer to anyone else. So meeting yourself first. And there's something I really want to share. It's like on the tip of my tongue and then I keep forgetting. This is so funny. But it'll come as it's supposed to. The more you can be with less judgment, thinking that you are so bad and poor and like you've been the villain or you've been the victim all the time, right? The more you can realize that what's available to you is to bring in the compassion, to bring in the kindness, to bring in that awareness that you don't have to judge every single thing so critically. It's something that serves you. It helps you learn. You don't have to reject it. This is what I wanted to say. You don't have to live in the shoulds. I should have, I should do all the time. You can should all over yourself. And that one thing alone, if you can change that and begin to realize, what do I get to do? What can I do? The word power is rooted in the word poder, in the Spanish and the Latin, in the Portuguese, right? In many, many Latin-based languages. The word poder, power, is related to what you are able to do, what you can do. So when people speak of money and power, money allows you to do things. What can you do? What are you able to do with it? And by God, there's responsibilities that come with that. So you get to tune into that. But money isn't the only power. There are many forms of powers you get to tune into. And it's what you're able to do. What are you able to do with your beautiful abilities you have been given? You have been gifted. Tuning into your abilities is a massive gift that's there for you. I don't want to make this video too long. I want this to be more concise so you could just tune into these parts. Offering yourself that opportunity to take notice of when you're being really critical about yourself. Stepping into being the mother and the father, really sweet, loving mother and father you've always desired to have or be. You get to be that for your little inner child that we all are, and that is always a part of who we be and we express. And really being able to tune into that. I don't have to live in the should. I can live in the what can I do, what am I able to do, what do I get to do? Be in your power. Step into your power. This creates the sovereign being that you are. You create more sovereignty. You step into more, what am I able to do? What do I get to do now? How can I bring in more compassion to myself? And I'm going to leave it there for this video. And we'll do a part 2. We'll talk more about the compassionate and the critical judge and going a little deeper into your experience of yourself and being with you. Because by God, let me tell you, people will sense They will sense the compassion and the empathy that you have, and the sympathy, and there are layers to this, right? To that sympathy, empathy, and compassion. Compassion brings in all those, wraps it up into a delicious package, and allows you to be in the suffering with somebody. So it's interesting when people talk about being empathetic and all of this, and like, I get it, it's available to us, and there's ways in which to support and manage all of that. And one of these things that really helps you is being in the compassionate judge a little more than in the critical one. We still get to be with the critical one. It still gets to support us. And the compassionate one is the one that's going to allow you to be in the more of that. People can sense and feel who you are and what you've experienced, and that you're there for them in a really rich way that brings so much less of that critical judge there. They will sense that. And that's the invitation here with this opportunity to be more in your compassionate judge. Thank you guys for being here. My name is Authentic Lourdes, and I love supporting you in alignment guidance and intuition development. And all of this is created by you creating a clear channel of who you be. Being one that's actually alchemized and moved the energies through you, changed and shifted the emotional state of beings, which you are because you're a human. And we move through all these different emotions. And the more clear we are, the more emotional live wires we've taken and allowed them to become neutral, which I promise you is a possibility, as I have moved through it with so many betrayals that have happened in my own life. It's been epic, and it has allowed me to hold space for people in a way that is so rich, and I'm so grateful for. And like, yes, I'm human and I'm not perfect, and I get to move through all this crazy life, and still I live in so much more peace due to experiencing and being with these parts of who I am and who you guys be. I've just enjoyed it. It's been delicious. So if any of this resonates for you, check out AuthenticLourdes.com. And yeah, tune into more emotional intelligence information that can change your life. Thank you guys for being here. And ciao for now.